Okay, let's start with the market. Yes, I think the market can cope because the market always copes no matter what's thrown at it. Is it justifiable? I can understand where they're coming from with their thinking, but I wouldn't necessarily agree with the blunt instruments that they're recommending. I'll go back and talk about my own experience. 27 years in the industry. When I first joined, standard multipliers were 2.5 times joint 3+1. Average loan to value or top LTV was 90–95%, and that in itself, that was in the 70s obviously, that in itself didn't stop the bubble that they're actually looking to try and make sure it doesn't happen again. So what they're recommending, I think it's 3.5 times household income is even greater than what was happening. So I'm not sure that actually it's the right thing to suggest. I would, dare I say, go along with the FSA in terms of what they're recommending about affordable lending and affordable borrowing, and I think that's a better way forward in my view. That's interesting because, you know, we read in the trade press and your magazine that there's more people entering the buy-to-let market, so you would think there was more capital coming in there. I know from a Barclays perspective, we are looking to do a little bit more in the buy-to-let arena, so there is funding there. It may be that we've all tightened up in our criteria somewhat, and I don't think that's relatively a bad thing. So it may be that those landlords who were looking at cases which should have gone through in the past are no longer going through because we're asking for more information, and as I said, the criteria is tightened up. But there is only a finite amount of capital out there, and if we decide to lend X amount in the buy-to-let arena, it means we're lending that X less in the residential market. So we have the balance between the two. I would suggest for Mortgage Barclays, and probably for every other lender, it's make sure that the case meets the criteria of that particular lender. It's make sure that you fill out the application form fully and as accurately as you possibly can, and then submit it with all the supporting documentation that is required. If you do that, you've done your job, and then it's down to us. If we look at those cases that come in from a basic application, so we'll take that number as 100, then actually it's around 75% that gets pulled through to completion. That very much depends on the money market. At the moment we're seeing swap rates move in favour of reductions. We've seen a number of reductions in terms of the fixed rate products we've got out there. There's been numerous through the month of May. As always, the vast majority of people will move just after the curve. It very much depends on the individual. As always, you know, it's the right product for the right people at the right time. But I think there's a fantastic opportunity now with some of the fixed rates that are out there, some of the longer term fixed rates that are out there, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of people on standard variable rates who could benefit by switching now. It may only seem a very small percentage, but when translated into pounds, shillings and pence, it's quite a substantive number for those individuals. So without being too specific, I think now's a good time to